He had never shifted just for a person to see him do it. It would be the same as him asking her to take all her clothes off in the middle of the park. He felt suddenly impossibly shy, and he wasn't sure he could do it. But he also wasn't sure he could tell her that. It seemed like the least he could do after all of this dramatic show, especially with her handling it as beautifully as she had. It was the least he could do, right? But could he actually do it? Please, Caleb, I think I need to see it, to understand. I want to see your secret come to life.
Okay, if it's important to you. But you may want to take a step back.
She smiled, looked at him with eyes that were almost free of fear, and lifted her chin defiantly. She wasn't going to step back. She wasn't going to be afraid of him, regardless of what form he took on. She was truly a magnificent woman, the likes of which he knew must be exceedingly rare. Looking at those eyes gave him the courage to do what she was asking him to, and when he looked at Tyler, he saw Tyler give his nod of approval as well. So everyone was on board with this, too. He might as well get on board, too. He looked down at his feet, feeling ridiculously self-conscious. He was going to do this. He was going to do this. And then, all at once, his mind and his body went completely quiet. Whatever ancient blood ran through his veins and allowed him to be this combination of lion and man took over, and did away with his fears. He was a predator after all. He was meant to be this way, and there was nothing here that could hurt him once his shift was complete. And the shift itself felt like ecstasy, like the high every junkie in the city was chasing. He was becoming too domesticated as he grew older, forgetting the thing that truly made him who he was. But not now. There was no forgetting now. He felt his body expanding, his limbs stretching and growing into more sinew and muscle, his nails extending into claws, and his teeth growing longer and so sharp that they could easily have pierced bone. His body grew a layer of soft fur, his hair lengthening to a mane, and then finally his transformation was complete. He heard Tyler's growl of approval behind him, and then his friend was moving to sit beside him. There they were, the two lion brothers in the middle of New York City. What must Meena think of them now? What shitty luck she had to be sent from the arms of a brutal gangster to the beds of freaks like them. She must hate her life, must want to be anywhere but here. Beautiful. He must not have heard that right. Did she say beautiful? So she didn't think they were freaks. He was so ready for that, but looking at her now, she didn't even seem afraid. Actually, she looked completely entranced. She walked slowly towards both of them, never breaking eye contact with Caleb. Even as a lion, he knew that he would always bow down to her, that he would kneel before her if that was what she wanted. He put his head on his paws and waited for her to reach him, his heart beating absurdly in his chest. How stupid was it for him to feel afraid of a 5-foot-tall girl when he was a lion? He could easily have torn her to shreds. In this lion's body, he could see more clearly, feel things on a whole different level than a human would, and then there was his superhuman strength. None of it mattered if Meena didn't accept this form of his. And she did. She came so close to him that all he could smell was her lavender shampoo, and he breathed in deeply, letting the scent calm him. She sat down between him and Tyler, laying her head against his strong shoulder. "My lions," she crooned softly. "My beautiful, beautiful lions."